Good morning, liveweatherblogs.com meteorologist Bob Acanfrio with today's tropical update for Wednesday, June 22nd, 2011. While the tropical Atlantic continues to remain quiet this early season here in June, I'm just going to show you some of the features this morning. We really have nothing imminent developing in the tropical Atlantic, and looks like for the next 5 to 7 days we should remain quiet. A couple features here. We have a tropical wave here coming through the islands this morning. A little upper level system here north of Hispaniola. This will not develop into a tropical system, and it'll continue to move off to the east-northeast. Continue to see our monsoonal trough down here in the southwestern Caribbean. This is going to be the features between this feature and our tropical waves moving west. These are the two features we're going to be watching as we move into the early part of next week. I'm going to show you some of what's going to happen here shortly, what could develop here in the Western Caribbean or the Bay of Campeche here early to mid next week. We see the Gulf of Mexico starting to open up, moisture streaming northward. Texas today is the winners of some rainfall, not enough to really break the drought in Texas, and it looks like after tomorrow you guys are going to dry out. But good news for us here along the Gulf Coast, especially Florida and the southeast, is that high pressure that's been sitting over us here in the southeast forever is going to move east. Another area of high pressure is going to build in, unfortunately, over Texas, but this is going to create the Gulf of Mexico to open up, and a lot of moisture is going to start streaming to the north and northeast and give us probably our best rainfall chances in months. So that's good news as this trough carves out here. So good news for rainfall here. Some moisture here from what remained of Beatrice and in the Pacific, and that'll actually kind of stream into the Gulf of Mexico as well. So those are the features we have now. If you look at the latest map here, the surface map, here's that tropical wave. Here's our monsoonal trough. And this monsoonal trough has spawned a couple tropical systems here in the Pacific already, and we're going to watch this start to lift north here as we move into the weekend into early next week, and this could spawn possibly a tropical system here in the Western Caribbean or the Bay of Campeche. It's hard to say right now if or when this will develop. It's out there though. As the MJO will also become favorable in this area. I'll show you that in a minute here. And as we look at, and this kind of shows you what the moisture is, kind of the precipitable water. Just think of the dark colors here as moisture, and then the blues and the purples as drier air. So I want you to focus here on the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see as the Gulf of Mexico has kind of, as we call it, opened up here. Look, as you see here, it's closed, and here we go, last few days, here it comes. That moisture is starting to stream up. Again, first into Texas, and then this area will start to shift east starting tomorrow and really into early next week, and give areas in the southeast great rain chances here. Boy, we really do need this, and that'll be good news. You can see tropical waves continuing to move east to west here, and eventually one of these could mix in with this monsoonal trough as it lifts north early next week to maybe spin up a system here. All right, speaking of the MJO, we've kind of been in a downward motion here the last week or two, and you can see it's going to start wanting to come. As you see, this is the forecast here, the Ensemble GFS. As you can see, we want it to be kind of on this side of our world here in the 1-8. Even 7-8-1-2 is pretty good. So you see it's starting to come back to us. And this will favor that upward motion here in the Western Caribbean, what we really need to really get some tropical development here. And again, if you look at the GFS forecast here, green is good. Just green means go if we want to simplify it here. So you can see we have some upward motion here starting really the end of June into beginning of July. So this could be we maybe be able to get one or two systems out of this. We'll have to see how it goes. Just showing some of the models. The only models that are showing any type of development, this is middle of next week, is the GFS and the NOGAPS. And again, models, this doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's out there. It's a possibility. We're definitely going to see moisture start to stream north from that monsoonal trough. This is the GFS showing development trying to get going here in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico here near the Bay of Campeche. And again, this is for about that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. And then we also have the NOGAPS model showing the same thing with development in the Western Caribbean. What's going to happen is high pressure is going to end up building back to the west starting middle of next week. We saw this high pressure shift east the next few days into the weekend, and that's what's going to help stream this moisture towards Florida. Well, this high pressure is going to want to build back. So if anything does develop down here, it's going to be more of a west-northwest motion. So for those of you in Texas hoping for some drought relief, this could be it. We'll have to see. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Again, this is over a week out. Anything can happen, but if this does develop, it's going to move in this kind of motion, not towards Florida, not to the northeast, so more like this motion. So we'll have to see what happens there. Again, it's out there, and it's a possibility. Again, just looking at this is the precipitation forecast for the next 3 days going into Saturday morning, just showing you. First, Texas is getting theirs today, mostly eastern Texas, not really helping the drought too much here in Texas, unfortunately. And then this will all shift eastward, and then you see Florida already 1 to 2 inches forecast, and this is only through Saturday morning. There's going to be much more Sunday and Monday, even into Tuesday in this area. So some good drought relief here. Not going to hit the entire area of the south, but it's a start. It's the beginning of maybe our rainy season here, which would be wonderful. Well, that's it for my tropical update today. I will have another update. Again, I've been doing these every few days. If it does get active, I'll be doing them every day. Have a good day and be safe.